What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is going to be for the week of March 3rd, 2019, first one of March, and it's been quite a interesting week, a good week. Didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done, but made good progress on games, and yeah, overall, it's been a pretty good week in gaming. Now, before I start, I do want to apologize if you hear any noises or stuff in the background. I'm recording this at kind of like a normal time, so everyone in my house is awake and everything. So if you hear some noises or some dogs barking or something, I just want to apologize beforehand. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into this. So last week I think we were at Samuel Legend of Ophiskis. I forget how to pronounce that. But earlier in the week, earlier this week or last week, I streamed some WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Continued streaming that. Got through another WrestleMania with story mode type thing. So I only have one more WrestleMania to do, which is the created character. Then just do the rest of the cleanup in the game, and then I'll get that done. But I only played that one night this week. I didn't really play it any more than that because I was playing some other things. So you know, I haven't really touched that in a while. I would like to go back to that shortly or very soon, but as for now, I didn't really touch that too much. Next up, we have Bloodborne. So I actually on what was that, Friday night, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream a new game, something new. I was asking earlier in the week, and people, well, it kind of ties into the next game, Leisure Suit Larry. Most people were like, I want to see this Leisure Suit Larry box office bust game, and I was like, okay. So I started streaming that, and I was like, this is fun, like, it's interesting, but it's kind of boring. So I was like, I'm going to back out. We're going to go and try to do the DLC for Bloodborne. So I finished the DLC for Bloodborne on, I think it was Friday night, Saturday morning, sometime around there. But in the next game, Leisure Suit Larry, I plan on playing that on stream a little more. Not the whole platinum. Well, I'll get the platinum on stream, but I want to play through the story mode and maybe do like the speedrun trophy. There's a good amount of like random trophies and collectibles in the game, so I'll probably make guides for those. But I'll continue to play that on stream, kind of when I feel like it. I wasn't sure what to expect from that game. It's not an awful game. It's not the worst game I've played, but it is pretty bad. So there's that. Next of us. Yes, next of us. Next, we have Last of Us. Now, I've talked about this game consistently over the weeks, kind of have ranted about my displeasure of boosting with certain people, and overall just my personal experience trying to boost this game. So, let me go and give you guys a rundown of basically what happened. Not really a rant, just a rundown. So, about a month or two ago, probably more than that, probably like 2-3 months ago, I joined another server, and in that server, my main goal was to boost Last of Us on PS3. Now, if we go way back from there, I never really thought I would ever get the Last of Us Platinum on PS3 or PS4. I own both of them, but I never thought I would get them just because of the online. The online is an atrocity, in my personal opinion. It should have never been in the game, but that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, 2-3 months ago, I joined this server, and my goal of joining the server was to do The Last of Us on the PS3. Since it's really the only server around that boosts the game consistently, basically every single week they do at least one session, which is fine by me. I don't want to, I mean, it'd be nice to just knock it out, but at the same time, it's nice to just do a little bit at a time. So anyway, I joined the server, and I was probably about a third of the way done my first journey. So I get through my first journey, get into my second, or I didn't even finish my first journey. And then what happened on that server was it felt like it was being it was very non-productive. Part of the reason was because every time someone joined into a session, they would worry about them doing the DLC. So if you know nothing about this game, which if you don't know anything, I wouldn't blame you. There's two online DLCs. There's Reclaimed Territories and Abandoned Territories. I believe that these DLCs are free, but basically when new people would come into the session, the guy running it would make sure that everyone got these trophies no matter what, which was fine. But the problem is, like, when you go from just blowing through interrogation matches to get done as fast as possible to saying, okay, well, they all need 3 downs, then it kind of takes a bit of time. So anyway, that session seemed like it was kind of non-productive is what it came down to. So I messaged a guy running it, and I'm like, I'm gonna take a break for a while. I'll DM you when I hop back on. My main goal was if you guys probably know, my main goal was to bring that boost over to my server. So I brought the boost over to my server. I asked who was interested. I had enough people that were interested. Of course, I had just the right amount of people that were interested. No more, no extras. So we boosted that game. We tried to boost that game for probably about a month, at least once a week, like on Saturday. I mean, my goal would be to do it every single night, but the availability of certain people made it only so that we could boost on the weekend, which again, I was fine with, perfectly fine with. But then there was some hardships going on. There was people just being selfish, there was people not understanding, there was people getting attitudes, there was people being smartasses. So at the end of the day, what happened is we had the people, but there was, one person in particular, maybe two, that were kind of like trying to fight the boost as much as possible. Like, I would ask who's available, they wouldn't answer. I would call people up to play, they wouldn't respond. They would say, I'm at work, they wouldn't let me know when they were off. The boost would start. They would be a pain in the ass during the boost. They wouldn't cooperate. They would, if it was their time to lose, they wouldn't die. Like they were being the most pain in the ass that you can be when it comes to boosting. Like they tried to dodge the boost. When they showed up to the boost, they were a pain in the ass. So when that happened, my assumption was, okay, listen, there's some people that want to do this. There's some people that don't. Okay. Obviously, the people that want to do it will do it. So if you still want to do it, if you're someone that still wants to do it and you were in that session, DM me on Discord and I can send you an invite to another server that will do it at least once a night every single weekend. At least once a night. I sent an invite to somebody that I know was available, but if anyone else is available, I can send you the link. You just go in there, you add the guy who runs it, Survival Horror, and then he adds you to a list, and then when it comes time to boost, he'll add you on the weekend, and basically you'll boost. So it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, that boost kind of fell apart. One of the reasons why I was very frustrated with boosting recently was mainly The Last of Us. Another game is Dante's Inferno, which I'll talk about. But mainly The Last of Us is what irritated me the most. So last week I messaged the guy Survival Horror who runs the boost, and I said, I'm available again. And he said, no problem, we'll add you on the weekend. So this Saturday, I actually played this, and we played for about 4 hours or so. I ended up getting the last DLC trophy that I needed. He made sure we got that, which was Recovered Supply Raider. So I got that trophy, so I'm done the DLC multiplayer. The only thing I need to be done with the multiplayer in this game is to complete the Firefly journey, which I'm on week, like, 9 or 10 or something like that. Like, I'm basically done. So this upcoming Saturday will be the last time I should have to boost The Last of Us on the PS3. To talk about that more, Last of Us on PS4, I've already have a ton of people that are extremely interested in boosting that in the server, so plan on seeing something probably within the next month or so to organize and get that done. My goal for that would be to do it every night if possible, but if we can only do it on the weekend, that's fine. As long as we have 8 people show up, that is perfectly fine with me. But Last of Us on the PS3 should be done next week. The multiplayer should be done next week. That's the goal. But, like I said, I don't want to go on a big rant. It's going to be what it's going to be. Next up, we have Chivalry Medieval Warfare. So this was a game that came up last week. Carlos and I started playing last Sunday, like a week and a half ago or whatever. We played that Sunday. We played last weekend. We seem to be only playing during the weekend. There's reasons for that, mainly because I really don't feel like boosting during the week when it comes down to it, because I'm exhausted when I get home from work, and then I end up working out, and that makes me more exhausted. Even though I stream after that for a few hours, I'm so tired, it's actually crazy. But we ended up playing last weekend. We played for a night, put a decent amount of time in. As we were playing through, we realized that characters shared weapons and secondary weapons, so the game is going to go way faster. We're probably over halfway done boosting. He's done he's probably done 2.5 characters. I'm done almost 2 characters, so we're getting there. I'm thinking probably 1 to 2 more nights of boosting that, 1 more solid night of boosting that, and it can be done 2 more nights, and it'll for sure be done. But Chivalry, it's coming along. That's all I can say. It's not really that difficult. You can do everything with 2 players. You need 3 people for 1 trophy, but all in all, it's it's an interesting game, and it'll be done soon, so that's all I can say. Next up, we have Supercar Challenge. So this is by the same guys that did Ferrari Challenge, Ferrari the Race Experience, Absolute Supercar. They did Supercar Challenge. Supercar Challenge and Absolute Supercar are actually like one in the same games. But there are a few online trophies for this. Grebman and I hopped on Saturday night, and we knocked them out. If you know what you're doing, it could take about a half an hour. I think it took us maybe like 40 minutes to an hour, just because there was problems with some livery stuff and everything like that. But got that knocked out. That was no big deal. I don't know when I'll go back to actually play that, but the multiplayer's done, and that's all that matters, right, guys? You get the multiplayer done, you'll get that platinum. Next up, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So I've been neglecting Assassin's Creed Odyssey for a while, actually since it came out. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I played this game when it came out, and I played it for a while, and then what happened is the whole Twisted Metal situation happened, and I shelved Odyssey, and I never really came back to it because I was playing stuff here and there, and I was boosting and doing all this, and I really didn't have time to sit down and play a solid single-player game. So now I've actually been able to sit down and play some single-player games in my free time and on stream and everything. So I've been playing Odyssey. I've been enjoying the hell out of the game. I'm really enjoying it. I've been playing it like basically every single night, and I'm having so much fun with it. I'm probably going to end up streaming it again the night that I'm recording this, and just every night after, probably, until I'm done. It's on the top of my list for games to get done with single player, so it's definitely a high priority to me. Plus, the other thing is they just released the Legacy of the First Blade Episode 3 today. Now, I can't access any of the DLC yet because I'm not level 50. Plus, I haven't beat the main story. Apparently, you have to beat the main story to access that stuff. So I haven't done any of that yet. But I do plan on doing that within the next like week or two. I plan on getting through the story, all the DLC, and then they just announced another DLC. So this I don't know why I exited out. This Legacy of the First Blade was actually the first DLC pack. They released it in 3 episodes. And they just released the that they're doing another DLC pack, which is like something with Atlantis. So if that has another 3 episodes, and then they add more feats to that, like these trophies, they add more feats in that update. This trophy list is going to pass 100 trophies fairly shortly because it's already at 79. So. But again, I've been enjoying this shit out of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There's just something about going around the map and you know, doing stuff. Part of the reason I kind of was semi-burnt out about that game earlier was because when I was running around the map, I was doing every location because I was in the Origins mindset of like I have to do everything. Like there's a trophy in Origins, there's a trophy for doing every location. In Odyssey, there isn't. The only reason to go around the map and kind of uncover it is there's a trophy for uncovering the map, but you need to find these tablets to upgrade your ship, which is a trophy. So you kind of have to go around and find those just around the map at random locations. Plus, synchronizing viewpoints really helps because it helps you get around the map if you need to go do side quests or stuff like that. So that's another reason why I've just been exploring. But as what I've been doing is basically exploring the hell out of the map, playing some side missions here and there just to level up, and just overall, I'm really enjoying the game. I'm glad I'm getting back into it, and I kind of can't wait to get the platinum just because I'm enjoying it so much. But then, you know, once you get the platinum, you stop playing it, so that's going to kind of suck. But it's whatever. Next up, we have the Grand Tour. I mean, it wouldn't be a week of the trophy talk without the Grand Tour, right? We've got they had another episode come out this week. They had this International Buffoon's Vacation, so got that done. I also on stream, I don't remember what day it was, but I did try to do all the power-up trophies. I'm still missing a few. I have to do the Candy Fog, the Whippy Slippy, the Lead Balloon, and the Holiday Road. I could have swore I got all these when I was like going for them the one night, but I guess I didn't. And then after that, it's just trying to do the 50 wins, which I don't know if there's an exploit to that or what's going on. But if I could knock those out, I would basically be done with the whole game, and all I would have to do is just beat the episodes, which they are on episode 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 more weeks of Grand Tour. Then we'll finally get that platinum. And last but not least, to talk about what I've been playing this week is a game that I haven't talked about, I think, on Trophy Talk, and it's been quite a while since I played it, but it's Marvel Superhero Squad Comic Combat. So you're probably wondering what this is. This is a game that is on the infamous peripheral called a U-Draw tablet, which actually ran THQ out of business, surprisingly enough. Well, actually, it's probably not surprisingly enough, because I don't know why you would spend that much money on a peripheral to develop one, but they thought it was going to be the next best thing since sliced bread, and it wasn't. But there's a few games that I have for the U-Draw tablet. I think there's only 2, actually. One of them is this Marvel Superhero Squad Comic Combat, which is a piece of shit, to be honest, but I need to play through it to get the platinum since it's on my list. The other one is Pictionary, which will come up on stream sometime shortly. I'll probably get this Marvel game done first and then go back to Pictionary, because Pictionary is a little bit of a grind, but it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, that's what I've been playing this week. It's been a lot, you know, I'm not going to lie, it's a lot, but I've been enjoying it all. What do I plan on playing in the upcoming week? So, I've already talked about Assassin's Creed Odyssey as kind of my focus for single-player-wise. Single-player and streaming is probably going to be Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I would like to finish The Last of Us this Saturday and be done with it. And then Chivalry, I would like to finish this week as well. There's an older game that I haven't really touched in a while, which is, where is it? Where is it? Actually, it's probably not that far back. MX vs. ATV Supercross. I'm trying to do this. The guy that I do it with, I've been messaging him every weekend, but I haven't been getting responses. Then he responds to me during the week, you know, when I'm working, and I'm like, I can't do it, I'm working. So we're planning on doing it this Saturday, at some point, Saturday and or Sunday. So I would hopefully like to get that done. That's been kind of up in the air for a while. Another game that I think we're going to try to do a little bit more this weekend is BioShock 2. So that might be coming up. And then the other infamous game that has been talked about every week is Dante's Inferno. Andrew and I are supposed to try to do that tonight. I've been bugging Andrew every single day to do Dante's, well, maybe not every day, like every other day to do Dante's Inferno, because I just want to get it done. I'm so sick of talking about Dante's Inferno. I'm so sick of thinking about Dante's Inferno. I just want the damn game done. I want it done. So we're going to try again. Hopefully we can get it done. I just want it done. I'm tired of thinking about it. For streams, again, I'm focusing on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, probably maybe some WWE, Leisure Suit Larry, Marvel. There's a lot of things that I'm kind of juggling between stream right now, which kind of sucks. I would like to focus on one thing. I kind of want to go do House of the Dead 3. I played that for a little bit last night, and it seems pretty doable to do everything, so you know, I would like to dive into that just a little bit, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I think that's basically all. I don't really have anything to rant about this week. Everyone says that they love when I'm ranting about stuff. I don't really have anything to rant about too much. I would say the only thing that I'm kind of annoyed about right now is just the amount of online that I'm doing. It's irritating me a little bit. Since I've really been trying to focus on single player the most, right? So since I've been trying to focus on single player the most, I don't like to really juggle games around. I used to do this a lot back in the day. I used to juggle games around left and right, but I really would like to stop doing that and kind of focus on one thing. So it kind of sucks when like I'm doing The Last of Us and then Chivalry comes up and then, you know, BioShock 2 and then MX vs. ATV, like juggling all these things, trying to figure out when to get them done. And it's like, I would like to just focus on one thing and kind of just go through, which I should really do, just sit down and do that. Another game that I might try to play this week, because I was talking about it with Almighty in the stream chat a little bit last week, was Division. So with Division 2 coming out next week, I really would like to get that PvP DLC done and Survival. It seems like I've been talking with Almighty, and with his knowledge and everything, it seems like we could probably get the Survival done in like 3 to 4 nights if everything goes well. I don't really know if it will, but if it goes well, like 3 to 4 nights. And then the PvP stuff is kind of more on me just to get it done, because that's just me playing the game. I want to see if there's a way if I can AFK it, because that would be glorious, but I don't know if that's possible. Talking about AFKing, another game that I really should get on AFKing pretty soon is Doom on the PS4. I don't know when the new Doom is supposed to come out. I don't know release dates for really any new games. I know the months, but I don't really know the actual dates. So I don't know if the new Doom got a release date, but going back and doing that Doom DLC and Prestige stuff, I should probably AFK that now and get it done, because if people move on to the next game, there's not going to be anyone on that game to AFK with. So, you kind of need people to AFK. But yeah, I'm more annoyed about just not focusing on like one game at a time. That's why I think I've really been enjoying Odyssey recently, because I've been trying to focus all my time on playing that and getting that done. That I've really just been enjoying it. It sucks to like play a game a little bit and then like dump it away and do something else, and it just feels like you're not getting anything done. So that's kind of the goal, is to focus on other games a little more. You know what? Can we talk? I want to talk about this for a second. So you guys probably, I'm assuming you know how my trophy cabinet is set up. I mean, it's here every week, but basically my trophy cabinet is set up where it's my top 10 rarest platinums. And this John Daly game does not know how to stat track. I don't understand PSN profiles, man. I really don't. So it's a pretty simple, right? Like, I could probably do the math myself. This game has this many owners with this many platinum, or 100%. So, you know what? Let's do the math ourselves. I'll do it right here myself. All right? If we have 42 people who have got the 100%, and there's 2,468 total owners, that means the platinum percentage should be a 1.7, which is what it says there. But for some damn reason, this platinum percentage will like jump between 1.7, it'll go up to like 1.8, and then drop down to like 1.5 like the next day. Like, why does it juggle all over the place? Like, it can't consistently stay like one like percentage. Like, what? I don't understand, man. I feel like it's not that difficult of a task to stat track, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. New games coming out that I'm really looking forward to, I guess, because I'm only at like 20-something minutes here. It's a pretty short episode. People have been asking for this hour episode, but I really don't have anything to talk about for an hour, you know? Like, I don't have any topics to talk about or anything like that. I'm just kind of going off the dome. But new games coming out that I'm really excited for, that I might actually sit down and play day one, is this Sikoro, or Sikori, or however you pronounce it, the Shadows of whatever. I might actually sit down and play that game day one and play through it, because that game looks absolutely amazing. Like a Souls game, but with like samurais and stuff. Kind of like Neo, except probably it's going to be better. So I'm really looking forward to that game. And personally, you know, after I played Bloodborne, I was really enjoying like the Souls like feeling. So I might go back and do like Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 and 2 and 3. You know, maybe at some point I'll go back and do them, just because, you know, I was kind of enjoying that. I was kind of enjoying the atmosphere and everything. I was getting annoyed at some points, but, you know, you got to do that with some games. You just get annoyed sometimes. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to ramble on about here. If you guys want me to ramble about stuff in the next video, leave it down in the comments below. I'll be sure to ramble about it. I know people were asking me to rant on the guy who basically ruined the Last of Us boost. I don't want to rant on one person. I'll rant on what people do as a general thing, but I don't want to rant on like one person and dog them. So I mean, I can't really say any more about Last of Us other than like, or just boosting wise, where it's just like, if you don't want to boost the game, just say you don't want to boost it. Like, there's no reason to always come up with an excuse. There's no reason for you to be annoying during the boost. If you don't want to boost it, just say you don't want to boost it. Like, it's as simple as that. You don't have to make it annoying for everyone else. Just say, look, man, I don't want to boost the game. Perfect. If you don't want to boost it, perfect. We'll find someone else. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So that's all I'm going to say on that. You know, that whole debacle is over. I'm going to be done with Last of Us hopefully next week, so I can just be done with the PS3 one. The PS4 one should be a little easier because, again, more people. There's a lot more people that are probably willing to do it. More people in the server definitely that are willing to do it. One thing that I really haven't been keeping up on is in the server, I haven't really been keeping up on the current games. I really haven't been keeping up on this stuff and past games boosted. To be fair, I've been kind of lazy, but at the same time, I've been not really I don't know. I just haven't been keeping up on it. But now that I looked at that, I do within the next few weeks, I do want to finish these MotoGP games that I have. I was talking with Taz. He said that you can self boost them by yourself, get them both done in like 3 to 4 hours. So that might be something I just sit down and do over the weekend just to get done. And as I'm scrolling down here, I'm looking at Red Dead 2. That is another game that I abused. I really should get back to Red Dead 2. Maybe after Odyssey, I'll hop back into Red Dead 2. I can show you guys what my goals are, or what not my goals, but the list of games that I want to do, because essentially I want to do them for from what I boosted, and then with other stuff on top. So so these are the games that I want to do single player for. So Odyssey's at the top, then I have Band Hero, Dirt 4, and then this kind of starts like my SOCOM 4 is like where I started, like where I boosted stuff, and I want to finish it. So but yeah, that's that. I mean, I will add to it probably and do other stuff, because like I said, there's going to be other stuff that comes up. Like I might want to do Red Dead 2 or, you know, something like that. It might just pop back up. But yeah, this is kind of like the goal for now. And then this is the DLC goal that I have. It's kind of just out there. Some of this stuff is more on me, because I want to stream some of it, but at the same time, other stuff like Middle-earth and Horizon and Spin Tires, I'm probably going to do guides. In Resident Evil 7, I'm probably going to do guides on like these games. So it might not be worth doing those on stream, but like this I want to do like now. That I will probably do on stream. I'm going to wait for another like double XP weekend in For Honor, because I played during the last double XP weekend and I got halfway through the trophy for Rep 7. So there's no point in me like, well, I guess I could sit down and play it if I really want to play it, because if I enjoy the game, I can play it. But if I just hop on and do, you know, when there's a double XP weekend and just do it, like I feel like that's easier. Another thing I should probably do is just hop on every day and do like 1 or 2 matches to try to get my daily challenges to get a decent amount of XP. Then we have Tabletop Racing World Tour, Watch Dogs 2, and then Need for Speed Most Wanted. All these I can do. Basically, all these games I can do on stream. And then, oh, this reminds me. I guess I can talk about this real quick. So, and then before I talk about this, these are the stream games that I had. Leisure Suit Larry isn't really on here. The game that got voted for the most when I was making this list was Wet. So it went Wet and then Wheelman. So yeah, Wet will be a stream game sometime soon. So look out for it, Wet and Wheelman. So just keep an eye out for it. Anyway, back to Destiny 2. So let's get out of here. So Destiny 2, if you guys don't know, if you guys are not aware of this, I'm a fan of the Destiny franchise. Okay, I played Destiny 1 day 1, enjoyed the hell out of it, bought every single DLC day 1 besides I think the last one. I don't know if it was the last one. It was the last one that I bought, that I didn't buy day 1. So I bought all these other DLCs day 1. I mean, Taken King was probably by far one of the best DLCs that a game ever made, to be honest. I really enjoyed Taken King. I really enjoyed Destiny 1. I mean, the whole layout of Destiny 1 and the way it was structured was amazing. I mean, it was amazing for what it was. I wouldn't say Destiny 1 is an MMO. Most people will say it is an MMO. It's probably labeled as an MMO for their genres. No, it's just RPG shooter. Most people would probably say, oh, it's an MMO. I wouldn't. To me, an MMO is something like RuneScape, or not even like League, like basically games where like it's a mass, like you're basically on a mega server, like Elder Scrolls Online, like that's an MMO. Like everyone is on the same server, everyone is playing together. Destiny really isn't like that. You know, there's hub worlds, but you know, it caps out at certain people. So, but anyway, besides the point, I really enjoyed Destiny 1. I wasn't a big fan of the last DLC. So when it comes down to it, I was a fan of the first DLC, which was the Dark Beyond or whatever, which was the Crota raid. Didn't have trophies, still played that DLC, really enjoyed it. Then I liked the DLC that they did after that, I kind of enjoyed. I don't know if that wasn't Taken King. That was like some other DLC, where like they added like a horde mode or something. Didn't really enjoy that, let's be honest. That was kind of the one that threw me off in Destiny 1. Then Taken King came out, I was like, this is like amazing. Like they actually made this game good again. And then the Wrath of the Machines DLC or whatever it's called came out, a Rise of Iron, and that kind of threw me a little bit of a curveball. Not as much as the first curveball, but that one I was kind of not as interested in when it came down to it. But all in all, I enjoyed the first game, so I was very excited for the second one. So the second one comes out, played the hell out of it when it first came out. Now, mind you, it was nothing like the first one. Like, they basically were spoon-feeding you everything. You want an exotic? Here's 10 of them. You want the good stuff? Here it is. You want this? Here you go. Like, they basically gave you everything. And it sucked. People complained. They were like, what? This is made for the casuals. I'm not a fan of this. So what ended up happening is when the next DLC came out, the Forsaken DLC, which, by the way, is garbage. This DLC is awful. When this DLC came out, they basically reworked the whole game, and they're like, oh, we're handing everything to you? Well, screw that. You're not getting exotics anymore. You're not getting this. You're not getting that. You're not doing all that. So that kind of threw me off. But there was an update that came out last week, or there was an article that was written last week, and basically it said that Xur, the guy who sells exotics in the game over the weekend, they said Xur was going to have Forsaken exotics for sale this week, starting this Friday. So I plan on playing probably maybe like a day or two a week, just playing Destiny 2, hopping on, seeing what's going on, because I still haven't really reached like max level or anything, so I'm still like kind of lower leveled. I'm not really worried about doing the Last Wish raid. I've heard, well, from what I've heard, it's a piece of garbage. And all my friends that I played Destiny 1 with and started playing Destiny 2 with, they all said it was bad, and they've all moved on to new games. So obviously it's not that good. The other thing that kind of worries me about the game is the Triumph Seal, which is this other trophy seal to deal. A Triumph Seal basically is like a bunch of challenges that you have to do, and then you get a seal. And I think there's like 6 seals in the game or something like that. One of the seals is for doing collectibles, which I thought, by this point, someone would have made a guide for all the collectibles. I'm not going to do it because I'm not playing the game and doing all that. That is too much. That is way too much work. But I was expecting someone to do it. I don't even know if they like put a guide out on this one. Yeah, see, there's still like not even a guide for this. So I don't even know if people have a consistent way of, or like getting Triumph Seals or something, or saying like which one's easier than what. There probably is around somewhere, but I haven't really looked at it too much. So anyway, Destiny 2 is probably something that I'm going to dive into this week, because I'm going to start buying these. I think I have the currency to buy exotics from Xur. I need to double check, but I think I have currency. So I just need to save currency to buy these exotic weapons or armor, whatever he sells. He sells 3 pieces of armor and 1 weapon every week. So the best bet would be he would sell 3 pieces of exotic armor from Forsaken and 1 exotic weapon. That would be the best case scenario. But we'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, I'm probably going to hop on this maybe like, every once in a while, just to kind of get on and see what it's about. Like I said, Destiny 1, I played the hell out of it. I don't know if anyone was really around back then or was friends with me. I didn't really talk to anyone. I didn't really even do YouTube too much back then, because I played a lot of Destiny 1. I played a lot of Destiny 1. That was the main game I was playing at the time. That was a game that that was the only thing I was playing when it came down to it. I would play stuff here and there, but for the most part, I was only playing Destiny. I would get on and play Iron Banner. I would do every raid every week 3 times, Nightfall 3 times. I was about the game. But Destiny 2 ruined it, so who knows if there'll be a Destiny 3, because of all the crap that's going on. Basically, Activision gave the IP to Bungie, or Bungie bought it. They didn't really say the background, but basically Bungie has the IP, so I don't know if they'll actually put out a Destiny 3, or if they'll just kind of scrap the franchise. But I'm not really looking forward to the next DLC. I kind of figured this would happen, because when the game first came out, the trophy list was so easy, like god-awful easy, and people were kind of disappointed. They're like, yo, you could do this like so fast. And I was like, dude, they're going to screw you on the DLC. Like, they're going to do this, and the DLC is going to be impossible. So we'll see what the next DLC is like. They're definitely going to do a DLC for year 2, I guess it would be, or year 2. There'll be at least one more big DLC with trophies, I'm assuming, because that's how Destiny 1 was, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they had 2 big trophies, or 2 big DLCs. So, I want to get back to it, but it's just a thing where, like, Another thing with Destiny is you have to just invest time. It's not really something you can just hop on for like an hour a day and do stuff. Like, you're gonna have to spend the whole night on it, if you want to actually make progress with stuff. So it's whatever. If I enjoy the game and I'm playing with people that are, we're having fun, then that's completely fine with me. But yeah, Division and Destiny. I don't want to stream. Well, I don't mind streaming Destiny because it's okay. I really don't want to stream Division, so you probably won't see that. That'll be complete back burner, but who knows if I'll even do it, because that's just how I am sometimes. Sometimes I say I'm going to do stuff, and I don't. People were calling me out on stream the other day for that, and you guys were bullying me, and I didn't appreciate it, especially you, Waves. I know what you were doing. You were being a bully. Don't make fun of me, or don't bully me because I didn't play a game that you wanted me to play. I want to finish games in my head, okay? But anyway, that's gonna end that. I'm gonna stop rambling and ranting. I put a good extra minutes on the video, so I hope everyone did enjoy it. Down in the description below, you can find links to all types of stuff. You can find links to my Twitter. You can find links to my Twitch if you haven't gone over there and followed me yet. I stream over there more frequently, actually, than I've been doing in the past. So if you want to go follow me over there, I would greatly appreciate it. Show up for some streams, talk, do all that stuff. I'll answer any questions that people have over there. You'll find a link to other videos like this. You'll find a link to my platinum trophies if you want to go look at all the platinum trophies that I've earned over the years. You'll find links to everything. This website that I'm using, anything related to me, you'll find links to. That sounds pretty selfish, but no, you'll find links to anything that I use, or anything really. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys have been playing this week, what you guys plan on playing in the upcoming weeks, what you're looking forward to, what games, if there's any games that you're looking forward to, if you're trying to knock some backlog out, just let me know. I love to hear that kind of stuff. And I will reply at some point to those comments. I do read them all. Anyway, like I said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you guys around sometime soon.